What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. This is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 22, our favorite games of all time. Woohoo!
What's going on, everybody? We got a special guest in the studio today.
It is the one and the only.
The baby.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
The child.
Way too cute.
Way too cute. Oh my god, I got to watch the playback, and it looks amazing.
It is way too damn cute. I got that at Myers today, and it damn near looks like the one in the show.
Hey, and I gotta say, you know who's back in the chat with us today?
Scott fucking Rasmussen. Or
Scott Ragamuffin. That is so fantastic.
Yeah,
woohoo!
we're so happy to have you back.
Glad you're back, Scott. We missed you, buddy.
I was told by a friend of ours, Mr. Richie Armbruster, that we are way more excited when Scott comes into the chat than when Richie comes in the chat. So when he finally gets in here, we got to make a big fucking deal about it.
Oh, man, I don't want to make a big deal over Richie.
Well, just think of his neck and be like, his whole neck needs some love.
That's a whole lot of time.
All right, guys. We're glad you're here. Let's get into episode 22.
You are struggling.
I am struggling. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps. iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. You can check out our sister pods on the Podbelly Network. If you want to help us grow the show, please consider becoming an Escape Pod crew member on Patreon. With 3 budget-friendly tiers, you can help us fund the hosting costs of the Escape Pod, future equipment upgrades, and resources that can help us bring con experiences back to you. Find us at patreon.com and search ATSW, the Escape Pod, in the search creator bar.
Shout outs. First and foremost, the All Things Star Wars podcast or the soon-to-be Gen X point of view.
Gen X point of view.
That is the mothership. That is Dave and Jason. Check out Used and Abused, a music podcast with Kim and Scott. Our buddy Scott, he's back in the chat. We're happy to have him this week. Not to take anything away from other faithfuls in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't want to say that, but Scott's been missing for a few weeks, so we're excited he's back.
He's been missing, and we've been missing him.
Yeah, so we're gonna fluff Scott up.
We're gonna fluff his nutter.
We're fluffer nutting all kinds of things today. Don't forget our man Keith for Laymans Terms on YouTube or within the All Things Star Wars Sidebar Cantina. He's doing his thing. He needs to bring us another episode. I'm kind of fiending for one.
Yep.
Don't forget Big Swede's Excellent Adventure, Tactical Swede, something Swede, Swede 44.
Backside of Swede.
Swede does Swede.
Swede's new tattoo.
Swede's got tattoos.
And the Swedeverse.
A whole lot of Swede.
It's a whole lot of Swede going on.
Swede he's big. He's a big Swede.
Big Swede.
He's everywhere. And then don't forget and Holdo Swede.
Holdo Swede.
Holdo Swede. Can't forget Holdo Swede.
Yep, purple hair Holdo Swede.
That's the man right there.
Yep.
And then don't forget to check out the Brew Guys, our beer aficionados, our beer snobs. Holy shit, it's Richie! Oh my god!
Armbruster, everybody!
I'm so excited he's here!
Yay!
Richie!
All right, that's enough of his.
Enough?
That's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Yay. Thanks for making me do that.
And silence.
And we're done.
Yeah. That was a good show, guys. See you next time.
Everybody in the chat got involved. That was fantastic. Oh shit! Thank God I got done with the shout outs.
There's another show that we're tentatively shouting out. The Midlife Gamers show.
Yes.
Midlife Gamers podcast. Those guys reached out to me and talked about maybe getting involved in doing a cross show. But I did listen to their show. Whether or not we end up doing a cross show, if you're a gamer,
they are gamers.
They're gamers.
They are definitely gamers.
So if you're into getting sweaty about video games, that's what they're doing. And I mean, they're talking about other stuff too.
Right.
They're only, I think, 4 episodes into their show.
Yeah, so
they're still getting their feet wet, but they're really doing something good over there. So if you're into it, check them out.
I've said this, I'll say it on the air. My only thing with doing it live with them is we cuss all every other word. They're not, and that's fine if that's how their show is. But I'd hate to jump on their show and they've got this audience like that, and we've got our audience the way we've got our audience. I would hate for that.
Right.
I don't know how well those would mix.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to keep things kid friendly or not. We haven't discussed that.
Yeah. So if it happens, it happens. We'll let you know. So, but that's
there's that.
Yeah, that's all we got for our shout outs.
Patreon shout outs. We've got a few more to talk about this time.
Hell yeah, we do.
Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Jen Bolt, Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Armbruster, and Ron Old Man Johnson.
Hell yeah. Hey, we appreciate all our Patreons, but we just want to give a special shout out to our newest ones. They did it live when we were on air last week, which was really cool because we both got the notification on our phone saying that they did it. So just wanted to give a special shout out to Richie the King Armbruster and Ron Old Man Johnson. Just say thanks, guys. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Lunar Girl's talking about they're going to be coming up to Michigan in September.
Oh, we're going to meet up. There's going to be a meetup somewhere. Socially distanced and everything. We'll do it.
Yep.
We'll do it. We're going to make that happen one way or another.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely have to get together and do something. Faux show.
Well, let's get into it, man.
I think we should. I don't know why you're bullshitting about it. Let's do it.
Well, you should have taken that out weeks ago, but that's fine. That's fine.
Awful critical of my notes.
Well, clean them up. I wouldn't have to be critical.
All right, let's get into movie news. Disney delays Mulan indefinitely, pushes all Star Wars production and Avatar movie productions back 1 year.
Yeah.
The Mulan stuff. There's. I wasn't gonna watch it anyway.
My wife, one of her favorite cartoons is the Mulan cartoon. So I think we were gonna take the kids to see it, and I still would like to, but that's part of my family. So
yeah, Tisha would watch it,
right?
And TJ would watch it, but I'm not sure that me and Mike would watch it.
Yeah, so it's not a theater thing for you?
No,
wouldn't be a theater That's odd because you're a theater going guy.
I know. I've seen the original. I was actually gonna support this whole Mulan business until the dragon wasn't in it. Mushu? Yeah, there's no dragon, so I'm like, fuck it. No, it's not my thing.
Hey, threw him out. That's what happens. Should have kept the dragon.
Yep. The next 3 untitled Star Wars movies get new release dates: 12/22/23, 12/19/25, and 12/17/27.
Do you think they're gonna stick to those dates?
I think they're gonna. They usually do.
Do you think Christmas is gonna be the new Star Wars thing? Like for the original, it was May. I can't remember on the prequels if they were May as well. I don't know if somebody in the chat remembers, but the sequels have all been in Christmas. I wonder if Star Wars is gonna start taking their cue and saying, "Hey, Christmas is gonna be our thing."
Well, I get the impression that not only is there nothing substantial enough to fuck with Star Wars at Christmas, but B, they have that captive audience of people that have time off over Christmas, and I think they just fucking slay at the box office.
Yeah, they killed it.
Know that.
Yeah, might as well. Oh, Scott said the prequels were in May as well. Thanks, Scott.
Yep. But I think that the summer blockbuster period is dominated by not Marvel. Dominated, but that is the zone of Marvel.
It has been. So
it almost since they've owned Marvel, I think they want to get out of their own way,
which is smart biz.
So if you look at it that way, then they own July and they own December. You know, right. that's good fucking business. Yeah, and they're not competing for the same dollars.
And then you've got all the stuff going on in Disney Plus.
Yep.
Which they're gonna, from my understanding, they're gonna release, made to movie, release to movie kind of situation and stuff like that.
Yep. So yes, I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna stick pretty tight to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the new thing going forward.
Provided they've got the scripts.
Right.
You want that one?
G.I. Joe movie Snake Eyes was pushed to 2021. These are my man's notes, and I did not know that there was a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep, that's been
was always my favorite character as a kid.
Yep.
I didn't mind him. I only saw the first G.I. Joe movie. I didn't see the one with the Rock in it.
the second one not so good.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
I
not
didn't like
bad.
it. Yeah,
It's really quite watchable.
I'll watch it one day. It's just a matter of having the time to see it.
But this
making the time
one,
to see it.
well, you know, another thing that second one did is it gave you a lot more backstory on Snake Eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably where it all started from.
And then, you know, then they lined up this movie, and so it makes sense. But it's been a long time coming. When did that last G.I. Joe movie come out? 17?
2017?
Maybe
No, I think
2015?
I'll Google it.
So it's been, this movie's been gestating in California for a fucking minute.
Yeah.
So
Retaliation was made in 2013.
yeah, see, so we're talking it's going to be 8 years film to film.
Yeah.
So
Which nowadays doesn't seem like much.
no,
Because
but
I was thinking about it on my drive over here because I was listening to Sirius XM and a song came on. I don't remember for the life of me what song came on, but I was like, they were like, oh, 2003. And I was like, how come 2003 feels like yesterday and it wasn't?
right.
That's bullshit.
I'm the same way. I'm all the time thinking like I'm like 90s. That was like 15 years ago.
It wasn't even that long ago. 15. You're being really. No, it feels like just yesterday the 90s were, man.
I don't know. Maybe.
The late 90s, I should say.
Yeah.
The late 90s feel sooner, whereas the early 90s feel maybe 30 years ago.
Maybe 30.
Maybe.
Star Trek Discovery gets a
What's up,
third
Mr.
season.
Johnson?
Hey, Ron Johnson's here. See, we just got to say hi to all these guys.
I'm not doing that.
You're not?
No, you said to do it for Richie, and that's it.
All right, fuck you, Ron.
No. Tone it back. Whoa, reel it in.
Brady said, fuck you, Ron.
What? I did. Sorry about that.
Star Trek Discovery gets a third season. I have not yet seen Star Trek Discovery. I'm, of course, a Star Wars guy. I do enjoy Star Trek.
I've enjoyed the newer movies.
Yes. But I guess this new TV show is really quite good. But I have not had the empty void to fill with a show.
Yeah, it won't. And there are 3 seasons. If they're gonna do a third season, they're too far. They're too far gone for me.
Yeah.
I can't jump in now.
Well, you gotta draw the line somewhere.
I drew it at season 2.
I have.
I drew it at season 1, episode 1. I just didn't follow.
I think I'm currently watching 3 different shows.
I'm not watching any shows. I'm just. Yeah.
Well, those are like the shows that are already over.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
I don't do.
I'm binging
I have a hard
3
time.
different shows.
I have a hard time binging old shows.
And I'm not getting anywhere because I've got all kinds of new distractions.
The last show I binged was The Boys.
Yeah.
And I binged it twice.
Speaking of which, new season of The Boys is coming very soon. You guys really need to get hip to
The Boys,
catching up on The Boys.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, because we're going to follow that.
Yeah, we're going to do an episode on it here pretty soon. And you guys are going to want to know, or you're just going to not be able to listen to us spoil the living piss out of it.
Or you just don't care and you want to hear us talk and be beautiful. I don't know. Whatever.
You be beautiful. I'll be a dick.
I'll do that.
San Diego Comic-Con happened over this past weekend, and nothing happened.
No. There was like none of those like hurry up and jump on YouTube and check this shit out.
Yeah.
Nothing like that happened at all.
There was, what's up, Ghost Pepper?
What's up, GP?
There was an awful lot of zero things that came out of it. There was a lot of panels about like, hey, this is the 15-year reunion of a thing you used to like. And
that only works if you're there.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Well, fuck, they weren't even there.
Yeah.
So those people weren't even there.
They didn't even fucking go. That's ridiculous.
You
expect me to go?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
A bunch of famous people sitting in their houses making me feel bad about my house.
Oh, ignore my 83-inch big screen.
Yeah, that's no.
You don't worry about that.
I just took this film from my hallway, and it looks like your dining room.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
I don't like them.
This was news to me, but Brady told me that he already knew about it. Robert Kirkman is putting together a Rick Grimes movie.
They're supposed to make 3 of them.
Yeah? Okay, so
There's
it's a
supposed to be a
trilogy of
trilogy.
Rick Grimes movies?
Yes.
And my counter argument to that is we watched like 8 seasons of Rick Grimes' story. Oh.
Listen.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you don't diss the Rick Grimes. Okay?
Was that
It was necessary.
blackened onion? What the fuck is that?
It was part of the salad. Some green peppers, some onion.
Attaboy.
All kinds of good healthy stuff.
Wow.
That's why you're not used to that smell.
No, you really did
health.
something there.
That was health. 101.
Bill and Ted Face the Music trailer number 2 came out. Did you get a chance to watch that?
Yes. With no sound.
Oh. How did that happen?
It played on Instagram and I didn't have my volume up and I was in the shitter.
Oh. It was good.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
It looks good. I want to see it still. Doesn't change the fact that I want to see it or not.
Lunar Girl loves Rick Grimes and wants to know what happened after the helicopter, which I'm assuming is some fucked up game he played with Michonne when he was naked.
Oh my God. Helicopter.
I don't really know because I must have checked out before
you checked out way before
helicopter.
That. Yes, you checked out before the...
Some of the last
Don't put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Be safe.
Some of the last things I saw was him banging Michonne.
That's how it's...
Helicopter!
Yeah. Well, I mean, that happened.
Yep. That whole bit's only going to work on video. Nobody's going to get it in the audio.
Who cares?
The Mandalorian receives 15 Emmy nominations. And the Emmy goes to Baby Yoda.
All the Emmys go to Baby Yoda.
All the Emmys. Even the ones that Mandalorian wasn't nominated for will end up going to Baby Yoda.
That's true.
It is.
Now that's going to be lost on the audio audience.
Why the big pause?
Or it's going to be no pause.
You can all wonder next time you'll tune into the YouTube. Do you have any more sneaky? I do. No, that's video games. I don't have any more movie news. Do you?
I don't think so. I thought I did, but I forgot it, obviously.
Fair enough.
Yep. That's what happens when you don't write it down.
First thing up in video game news is fuck Joe Rogan.
How is that in video game news?
Joe Rogan says on his show this week that video games are a waste of time, saying you get nowhere. Joe Rogan is now officially dead to me.
Joe Rogan smokes a lot of pot. He does
Is that an excuse, though?
He does the one trippy fucking...
Microdosing?
Yeah, he does that. So, like, he's not always in his head, man.
Shouldn't smoking a lot of pot bring him in line with people who play video games?
Maybe it was
not like
pot.
Stepping out in front of the train and saying, I'm a cunt, don't play video games.
Maybe it was the wrong pot. I think you're being a little too harsh on the road.
Jen says he was saying that because he has a video game addiction.
Oh, maybe getting the whole context.
Maybe.
Yeah,
fuck him anyway.
Now who looks like the dick now? Now who looks like the Joe Rogan?
I don't like his show. I think he's a dick.
You're a dick.
Josh says he's awesome.
I agree with Josh. Or, I'm sorry, Ghost Pepper.
Oh, Jen says the clip was out of context. Well, I take it back, kind of.
No, you should take the whole thing if it was out of context.
No, because I thought he was a dick before that. That was just the last fucking straw for me.
So that was unnecessary to throw it in there.
Why?
Because it's stupid.
Why?
Because it's dumb. If you already hated him, you didn't like him, you shouldn't have thrown it in there.
Why?
Because I said.
I say mean things about somebody else we're not going to bring up on the show, and I hated him a long time ago.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay, fair enough. We're moving on. Xbox announces a bunch of new games this week. My friend was supposed to tell me all about it, but he did not get all the information because I don't watch Xbox shit because I think that it's Joe Rogan.
I just don't give a fuck that much to watch shit that might be coming out later. I don't care about these things that became a thing to. I don't care. like, if they make the games I want cool, I can't control it. I just don't care. So like,
You
I
don't want to
watch...
scream at the internet about them not making your favorite fucking thing?
No.
I did.
Why? That's stupid. It's a
Because
waste of time.
I'm an asshole.
Well, I know that. These
Alright.
people don't. They'll eventually learn.
They know.
They probably already
22
caught up.
episodes.
22 episodes.
They
You're
know
a
I'm a
dick.
dick.
You're a dick.
Xbox does announce a new Fable game, Fable 2, and it looks awesome.
Nice.
I did see some of that.
I'm getting another beer.
Will you get me another one of my Fat Boy beers?
Fat Boy beers. For your little sexy little Nicola Ultra.
There's a new Halo game coming out. If you're a Halo person, I of course have never been an Xbox player, but I have played Halo. It's whatever. It's Destiny for Xbox people.
The best I ever did with Halo was with one of the, I think it was the third time I was deployed, and they set up the original Xbox, and you could play console to console.
Yep.
And they had a bunch of consoles set up. You had a bunch of Xboxes, a bunch of PlayStations, and you could play that. And I didn't have an Xbox at the time. I had a PlayStation. So I went there to play, and I played with a bunch of guys. We played a bunch against a bunch of military police, and we were just having multiplayer battles. It was pretty fun.
Absolutely.
It was pretty fun. But given the circumstances, you know, you're away from everything you're normally used to and everything, and I never played an Xbox. I was very unsure about it, but I had a butt ton of fun. I never played it again.
That was one of the things about the first Xbox that I was quasi jealous about.
Was the game?
No, the ability to set up a LAN and do LAN parties with it.
Yeah, that was cool.
That didn't come out in PlayStation until PlayStation 2, and then PlayStation didn't actually make very many games that it was useful for.
Right.
I mean, the system had all the capability, but I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of shit you wanted to play with people.
Right.
There's a new State of Decay game coming out, and I don't know if you have seen State of Decay. That's a fucking cool looking game.
Yeah, but it doesn't play well.
Oh.
I've tried playing it, and I don't like the way it plays. In my personal opinion.
Okay.
I bought it digitally and played it, and I was just like.
That's the way I feel about The Last of Us, and I wonder if it's not very similar. It's a beautiful game. The storyline's fantastic, but the gameplay is a little bit cumbersome. It reminds me a lot of playing like Rocksteady games. I just don't like them. Rocksteady? Is that the
Rockstar? Rockstar
makes Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care for them.
Fair enough.
And then there's a new Forza game coming out if you're into race games.
What was the race game back in the day for PlayStation that everybody played?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. That's what like Forza's become. Is the
there
new
is
Gran
a
Turismo.
new Forza is Xbox version of Gran Turismo.
Oh, Gran Turismo was PlayStation only.
Yes, that's a
I had a
PlayStation
PlayStation.
exclusive.
I played that.
So you're literally talking apples to apples.
I got you.
There is a new Gran Turismo game coming out for PlayStation. I'm not a racing game guy, but I take that back. There was a NASCAR game that came out, I think, on PlayStation 3 that I played the fuck out of.
NASCAR Heat?
I don't know, maybe. There was something about it that at the time like caught like I didn't give a shit about the NASCAR stuff, but the drive mechanics on it were so fun to dick around with.
Yeah.
And I had a ball with it.
Me and I think
NASCAR Heat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Heck yeah. That was fun stuff.
You want to get into the hot sheets?
Let's do it, man.
Rumors sourced from a PlayStation 5 component supplier as the PlayStation 5's life cycle is planned for about 5 years.
That's shit.
Now, well, the thing
You're
is,
gonna stick up for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because consistently, the life cycle for all of these consoles has been about 5 years. You get 5 years, and then you get a Pro Edition or a Slim Edition or something else.
if you don't buy it, I still am getting plus that then.
Well, you can play the whatever. You can play a PlayStation 2 now if you want. That's fucking almost 20 years old.
I disagree with you. I think you're just sticking up for PlayStation.
How long was it before we got an Xbox One S?
The Xbox, it doesn't matter. I'm still playing it. It doesn't matter. You can still play the Xbox. A One S is just improving the graphics.
They're not telling you that the PlayStation 5 isn't going to be viable after 5 years. They're saying that they're going to be done making whatever.
So they're going to make the PS6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's shit. I don't want that. That's ridiculous because I've had my Xbox One since 2012.
Okay.
So you've had it for 8 years. Right. I don't want 5 years to be the cycle of for as much. If you're going to tell me, hey, this system costs $500, and you're getting $100 use out of it a year for the next 5. That sucks.
But what I'm trying to explain to you, or what I'm trying to say to you, is that's the current state of things already. They've been doing that to us for the last 3 generations. This guy's just confirming. Yeah, but
you don't have to buy the S.
No.
You don't have to buy, and you can still play your PlayStation, PS5, and Xbox One.
This isn't implying that you're going to have to buy a new PlayStation.
I guess I'm just misunderstanding you. Fuck it.
This guy's saying that you can expect an upgrade to the PS5 in 5 years.
Okay, I thought you were talking about we're going to PS6 in 5 years.
We might be.
That's stupid. That sucks. I don't want to. You want to spend another $500?
I will.
In 5 years? I know you will, but do you want to?
If they come out with a Pro in 5 years, I'm gonna buy that.
So you have a Pro in your living room?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Lake house money, bitch.
I'm gonna check this out. I don't think he's telling the truth here.
I do.
I think he's just.
I bought it when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
He's still.
It really wasn't that bad. It came out. It was like what, 400.
I'll take pictures after the show.
$450, I think, is what it debuted at.
I don't know.
And I sold my other one for like $200. It cost me like two and a half. What he said. Plus, I got a game.
NASCAR Heat, everybody.
NASCAR Heat, everybody. So, we've officially established that Brady is not a fan of the second edition of a console during its life cycle.
Yeah, because then I'm not gonna buy it. If my first edition is still running strong, I'm not buying it.
You didn't. Oh, you were a PlayStation 3 guy. See, I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim. I bought a PlayStation.
I had a PS3.
Yeah, but did you buy the Slim later?
No, why? I had a PS3
because it
that worked perfectly fine.
It had a faster processor in it.
But my PlayStation worked fine. Why would I go fucking buy another one for the fucking process? I don't get caught up in that bullshit. Dummy. You're stupid wasting money. Just give me your money instead. Just give it to me instead of wasting it.
These are good. I can't hear you. This beer is too loud.
Shut up and talk about the next thing.
Tweets from San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know why this is in rumors. Tweets from San Diego Comic-Con is down 95% over last year.
I wonder why.
That is how much nothing fucking happened this time.
I wonder fucking why.
Old Man Johnson declares that he knows I bought a Pro.
So what? Don't stick up for him.
He says we sound like Jen and Jess.
Ron, fuck you. That's from the heart.
Just a warning, don't get into PCs. You know what? I tell you what, I used to do PC gaming like for reals. I used to have a real nice Alienware tower and all the shit. I built it myself, blah, 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 blah. After doing that once, I will never do it again.
That's no.
The cool thing is I managed to get about 7 years out of that tower where it was still powerful enough that I could play whatever was coming out.
That's what I get out of my console.
Right. But it cost
2012.
It cost 3 times what a console costs.
I know that. It's ridiculous.
Right. I could have bought 3 fucking computers.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So I will never. I could go out. I could buy a new laptop every 2 years and get the same performance upgrades for the same fucking money as building a computer.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not.
That's just me.
I won't do it.
Nope.
I won't do it. You heard it here, folks. I won't do it.
Yeah, Jen says, yeah, but you upgrade. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It
I
costs
can
up ass.
save myself the trouble, and I can get the brand new hotness. Because I can't tell you how many times as I reach the apex of that, the 5 to 7 year mark, like stuff like FireWire was coming out and solid state hard drives and shit, and I was like, man, I could be doing this way better.
Jess said, but you can get 120 frames per second at 2K. He didn't pay attention earlier when I said I really don't care about all that shit.
Yeah, but well, the thing about that is, yes, you can get 120 frames per second. Very fucking few things run at that. It's kind of like when I bought my TV 2 years ago.
Have everything.
Yeah, I bought a 4K TV, like a high-end fast processor.
PC Master Race snobbery.
It was a high-end fast processor, like did everything fucking TV.
Right.
Now it's a bargain basement bitch
Yeah.
TV, and it's just, I guess it's been 4 years now.
I'll never stay on top of TVs.
No,
change so fast,
and the price drops by half the next fucking year.
Quick, yeah, so quick, dude.
I literally went to Best Buy with $1,000 in my pocket, and I was gonna buy a 65-inch, 1080p like high-end TV.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They were going for about $9.99 at the time. I walked in there, and Best Buy was like, "We stopped carrying 1080p TVs like last week. The last one sold." And I'm like, "But I've got $800 worth of Best Buy gift cards, you son of a bitch." Because my wife had talked me into saving up. So I would get paid. I would go to Best Buy. I'd buy a gift card.
Right.
I would get paid. I'd go to So for like 5 months, I prepared to buy this fucking television because my wife was like, "Don't put it on credit."
Or to not buy it.
So I get there, and they're like, "Oh, we do have this 2160p one. It's $1,650. And I said, "Here's my card. I'm going to go home and get my throat slit."
Yes. Did you?
Oh, she was so fucking pissed.
Yes. Oh, I wish I could have watched that.
And all I heard for the next 3 months is, "You get that TV paid off yet? You get that TV paid off yet?"
Did you?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah. So it's all good now.
I'm only willing to get yelled at for so long.
For at least 3 months.
Absolutely. Rumors that they're making Solo 2 for Disney Plus have kind of emerged. And yes, all the yes.
I'm all for it. I enjoyed the shit out of Solo. So in any capacity, bring me a sequel to that movie.
Yep. I'm really hoping though that what we're getting is a series done much in the style of Mandalorian, like a Han Solo's Chronicles.
I would like it if they did that, but it's like, all right, one episode we follow Han, one episode we follow Lando, one episode we're following this, and then maybe part of it comes back.
Chewie goes back home.
Yeah, like and then another episode we kind of bring it all back together.
Yep.
That would be I would dig that.
Right. Lead me right up till when he meets Leia.
Or he goes to Tatooine.
Well, New Hope, I guess, is when he meets Leia. So
when he goes to Tatooine. Lead it up to then.
When he goes to Tatooine?
Yeah, and he goes to Tatooine and he ends up meeting Obi-Wan and Luke.
Oh, yeah.
He meets them first.
Yeah, because he's there trying to fucking get Jabba off his ass.
Hell yeah. On the same planet.
Yep. Yeah, Jen, I agree with you. I really enjoy putting together computer hardware. It's fun. More Master Race stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a part of that. You used to be.
You want to be the king of sports?
No.
I hate you. Baseball continues to suck. The product is pretty much garbage right now. The guys haven't been fucking playing. They're not playing well.
Some of the teams aren't even playing.
Yeah, some of the teams are getting COVID.
Like 14 players deep.
Yep, canceling fucking games right before.
It's a clusterfuck.
I saw there was a game, was it the Rays or somebody? got in a fucking fight and cleared the benches the other day.
It was the Dodgers and
yeah, over fucking nothing.
Dodgers and Houston, I think.
It was like they were sitting there in the dugout and they were like, you know what, this game's boring. Let's start a fight.
The pitcher and the pitcher and the batter started chirping at each other, and then everybody came out and started pushing one another, and it was just
yeah.
Ridiculous.
I love baseball, but what's going on right now is just nothing.
Yeah,
it's got
it's poopy.
And I'm a Detroit Tigers fan, and they're fucking rubbish right now. Ever since they traded Prince Fielder, what, fucking 4 years ago or better?
Ever since they started disassembling it.
Yeah, they started. Well, Prince was first, and then it was Scherzer and what's his name, the Verlander. And it just like one after a fucking another. Like they got rid of everything that was even remote talent, and then blah. Just blah. It's garbage. It's fucking garbage. And so
I've said it before.
Like even a couple of days ago, I requested my money back for the tickets that I have. That
did you get it back?
Yeah, it should be here in a few days. Because I have these floating tickets because they canceled opening day. And so I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. I'm not going to go to a game this year and deal with COVID crowds and wearing masks in the sun and shit. And then on top of that, to watch them play like fucking garbage.
Poo-poo. Yeah.
I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing that.
Let's knock this out, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll get into the main.
Okay, yeah, so the only other like super big thing going on is Mike Tyson is gonna fight again. He's gonna fight Roy Jones Jr. on September 12th.
They're both coming out of retirement to fight,
right?
So that's gonna be interesting.
A couple of 50-year-old men beating the piss out of each other.
I want to see it.
In the worst way.
If you've seen the videos of Mike Tyson getting into shape,
he's fucking huge.
He's ready to kill.
Yeah,
and I want to see him kill someone.
He is so much more agile and fit than I am, and I am 14 years younger than him.
He is more fit than I've ever been in my entire life.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And then
the pre-fight to that is the basketball player Nate Robinson against the YouTube star Jake Paul. Is that how you say his name? Anyways, that's the pre-fight before the big fight.
Mike Tyson will bite another ear, Scott says. Somebody get him some of them pig's ears that you give the dog, just so he's full by the time the fight starts. All right, we're going to do 30 seconds, and then Brady's going to come back, and we're going to do some more things. It sounds like Brady just fell down the entire side of the studio. Well, oh yeah, shit, that game is awesome. I got to talk about that once the show starts back up. I don't want to bring it up while I'm gonna edit something out, but man, that game's a lot of fucking fun, Jen. But I haven't gotten very far. DMT is a hell of a drug. Yeah, yes it is. I got everybody's lists all printed up, so that should be fun. I think what I'm gonna do is me and Brady are gonna read a few of ours, and then we'll go through one of the Patreon's games, and then we'll come back and read a few more of ours, etc., until we've worked through everything. Should be a good format. All right, you take over. It's my turn.
Ah, nice.
It's the summer of piss
Summer pee breaks. I hope Luna Girl's happy this time. Yeah. Luna Girl, I hope you're happy since I took a pee break this episode. What are we talking about? DMT is one hell of a drug. So is cocaine. He's got to slam the doors? I don't slam. Did I slam doors? Ridiculous. So, let's see. We're going to talk some games. Yes, we are. Yes. Luna Girl's happy. I'm sorry. And then I said I was going to take one, and I never took one last episode, so my bad. I apologize. He said, I make all the terrible noise? What the fuck? What does that mean? Making dinner plates? What the shit? Oh, that was two different people. My bad. I don't know what to talk about. You guys talk to me in the chat. We'll figure it out. Luna Girl's talking about making dinner plates. If he slaps me, I will stab him with this pen. Right in his eye. Ah, Luna Girl's feeding the fam. No. I wasn't even. I went in the house to use the facilities. His wife was. She was watering the plants, watering the flowers and stuff. So maybe that was the noise. Is this a TV episode? Maybe. Maybe it is, Richie. I don't know. You make it whatever kind of episode you want, buddy. Dre. I'm the worst at stalling. I don't know. I'm not good at this, so. He's going to slap me. All right. There's a lot of things being said in the chat.
Is there?
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
You were going to slap me, and I told him if you slap me, stab you in the fucking eye with his pen.
Oh, sweet. Well, I guess let's get going.
Don't you fucking do it.
Why am I going to slap you?
I don't know. They just said you were going to stab me.
Sweet.
People are loving bacon right now.
Oh, I love bacon. I had bacon on my salad.
Oh, my God. Everybody is ridiculous.
I can't wait to go back and listen to what the fuck I missed.
It wasn't much of nothing, because I'm not good at this.
Oh, well, good. I guess. All right, you want to give us 30 seconds of dancing?
Yeah.
All right, we're back, everybody.
Holy fuck, take you long enough to pick up on that hint?
But there was that.
Yeah, you were. You were into it.
Yeah, I was dancing. I had them pinkies up.
Yeah, you did. Pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
That's when you know it's cereal.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through our honorable mentions first. And then we're going to go through the first of our Patreon supporters top 5.
Nice.
And then we'll do the first couple on our list, and then we'll go through another Patreon supporter since we have 7 supporters now to go through.
Nice.
This is just another opportunity that we have to give a little something back to our Patreon supporters.
Yep.
I mean,
just let them know.
You guys are just as much part of the show as we are, so.
And it's going to be very interesting to listen. I haven't seen your guys' list at all. Don's been the one dealing with them, so.
To be honest with you, I copied and pasted them, and I made it a point to not invest any intellectual capital into reading what people's lists were. So I'm going to be just as surprised.
You intellectually using some big ass fucking phrases.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Nice.
So for my first honorable mention, I'm going to go with the original Castlevania. I don't know how many hours I put into playing that game. I'm not sure I beat it more than once or twice, and I bet you I played it 100 hours, and it's not that long of a game.
Nice. I never played it at all.
I think you could probably beat that game in 7 hours or so if you're good at it.
It's just one of those, I don't get into a lot of them, and that was just one of those games I didn't get into.
Side-scroller, platformer.
Yeah, I was into them, and then once, I never really got deep into it.
It's one of the first games that I remember that they built a world that you had to have certain things in order to go certain places. And then you got certain places, and then you had to find a thing to get back to the other place you couldn't go to. Or, you you needed a certain weapon or item to beat a certain kind
Very much Zelda-ish.
Yeah. Yep. It was one of the earliest games that I remember having a level design that was it was difficult to figure out, but it was well put together.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just obtuse. Like, there's nothing about this that tells you need to go do that. The first generation of Nintendo was terrible about that, and part of it had to do with translation. So, anyway, it was one of the first games that, like, the exploration of the game was just as fun as the beating the game.
Right.
My opinion.
One of my honorable mentions, I don't have a whole lot, and I didn't write them down because I didn't know we were gonna. I know we talked about it, but whatever. Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah.
Oregon Trail is definitely one of my honorable mentions because, one, it was a game we got to play in school.
Right.
And it was just fun using your buddies, and then your wife would be the girl you had a crush on in school, and she didn't know, but that's how what you would make her, and just Oregon Trail was one of those games for me, man. I initially had it on my list, and then it got bumped off by another game.
Yep.
So Oregon Trail would be one of mine.
Yep. That is a great game. There was another game came out around that same time, Zork. I used to play a lot of that. That was a computer game that.
What was it? Because it sounds so familiar. The title sounds familiar.
Well, it's probably familiar to you because it was in the Ready Player One book.
Oh, maybe that's
where they talk about the house that's boarded up.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's why it sounds familiar.
My second one is ActRaiser. Came out on the NES. NES? Maybe it's SNES. But it was one of the first games I remember that integrated a top-down SimCity style game with a side-scrolling action game.
Right.
The closest thing I can think of at the time before that was Zelda 2 Link's Adventure, where the map was a top-down, and then the individual levels were SNES. Jess said the individual levels were side-scrolling. But it was one of those games that was super imaginative. You played a god, and
Right.
you were directing people how to grow their civilization while you fought off fucking demons and shit. It was cool.
My next honorable mention would be, I can't remember if it was Madden 2 or NCAA Football College 2006 or if it was 2007.
Okay.
Because I can't remember which one. It was the first one where it allowed you to run as a college player and then take that college player and put him into Madden.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it might have been whatever NCAA Madden combination of game that was. The first one, that's mine.
What is?
Were you trying to drink that?
No,
Okay.
I was playing with this.
But you're trying to drink my beer.
No.
I was like, that's definitely mine.
But
no, that was mine
Corona
because
beer.
I played that game when I was deployed, and it was a total escape. And I played that game, and then when I got home, I bought Madden, and I transferred that player into my Madden and continued my career.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that was really cool because that had never been done before. But I can't for the life of me remember which game it was. I could have looked it up, but I didn't. So, oh well. Hate me.
My next honorable mention is the original Metroid game. Once again, like we were saying with ActRaiser, or with Castlevania, it was all about finding whatever tools you needed to get to the next area that you couldn't get to before, and then you would get to another thing that you couldn't figure out, and you had to go somewhere else to find whatever that thing was. It had a little bit of that looter shootery, what would eventually be like looter shootery, like come find this and collect this and do. That is an overarching favorite game mechanic for me.
Nice. My next one and probably the last one I'm gonna have would be Super Mario Brothers 2. Super Mario Brothers 2. I find a lot of people either hate it or love it, and I was one of those people who just loved it. I don't remember ever beating it, but I remember playing the crap out of it, and I love pulling the little guys out of the ground and picking them up and throwing them. I remember being a youngster, and that was like, it was so new to me. It was so cool to do. You just jump on them, lift them up, and then throw them at somebody, and for whatever reason, Super Mario Brothers 2 and the different worlds and how sometimes it would go like a negative inverted kind of colors and stuff. I enjoyed the shit out of that game.
You had the princess who could float.
Yeah.
That game actually came real close to making my honorable mentions as too.
Yeah.
And of the first 3 Mario games, I'm not sure if that's not my favorite.
Oh, really?
Mario 3 is pretty wonderful, but Mario 2 had really its own kind of feel.
It did. It doesn't feel like the other 2 Mario games. And the other 2 Mario games are different, but they feel similar.
Yep.
Super Mario 2 doesn't feel that way.
Super Mario 2 had a higher level of environment interaction.
Yeah,
a
lot more.
And it was the first one that had, shit like you walked up to the door and you had to push up.
Yeah,
to go into the door. Or down into something else.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? It just, they did so
many.
Like
you could walk right by it.
Yeah.
But if you walked into it and pushed up, you went in the door.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And instead of, like, getting on a ladder and you're on that ladder from the bottom to the top, you could ease off either side. You could go up so far and, like, jump off with the princess and glide to a place that wasn't even on the screen. Yep. Like, they just did so many more imaginative things with that game than they did in Mario 3.
Yeah.
It was not a logical progression. That game sits on its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jess says Mario 2 was originally Doki Doki Panic. I think I remember hearing that.
I don't.
I do. I do. My next one is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh my God! How can I forget about that game?
Well, that's the thing it's why it's on the honorable mentions. It's not the greatest game.
No, it really is.
But
every character has a certain way you could, without a shadow of a doubt, beat him.
Yep. There is that game is one of the most fun games to burn off a couple of hours. I mean, it is frustrating. The worst part about playing games like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was the giant indentations you get in your fingers.
Oh yeah, from
the
scrolling
little,
left and right.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
It just
You almost get blisters. Playing that game.
Yeah. But fuck, I can't tell you how much time I spent playing that game.
Oh, I can't. And then not being successful at it, like beating the first few rounds and then just being like getting destroyed. I'm talking when you're a kid. Like you eventually learn so and so you got to dodge this, wait a few seconds, then go down and then do this, and then you learned all that.
You got to punch that pudgy fucker.
It was it all became a rhythm kind of a thing to beat that game.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's so. Anyway, it goes down in the pantheon of great games as far as I'm concerned.
There you go.
It is a little warm in here, right?
It's toasty.
Yeah,
it's toasty now.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need to get this place sealed up before winter gets here.
Yeah, we are.
So you don't have any more honorables?
No, that's all I got for honorables.
All right, my last one is Dragon Warrior.
Okay.
It's one of the first RPG games that really grabbed a hold of me. I was pretty young. I might have been, 7 or something when that game came out. Really until I was a few years into playing it, I didn't even understand how to play it. Like I would just fuck around and get my ass kicked by some slimes and,
Right.
But I didn't understand the concept of grinding, which is shit that I learned from later games. And that game was the first one to really fucking demand that you put in the hours fighting shit. We gotta move. We gotta move.
I'm just saying we gotta move. We've already been almost an hour in.
Oh, we have too. All right, so with our honorable mentions being done, why don't you read Lunar Girl's 5?
Lunar Girl's top 5 she has is Zelda, Mortal Kombat. She does not specify Mario Karts, which I'm
assuming means all of them.
She's a fan of all of them. I can get down with that. Resident Evil, and I want to punch myself because I didn't think of this game, GoldenEye. I almost might change one of my lists as we're going through this because
I got a feeling that's going to keep happening. As we get information from other people.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of wanted to stay virgin.
Okay, then I won't change it, but I'm mad at myself for not, because I played the ever living shit out of GoldenEye.
Right.
I played that with my friends. That was one of the first multiplayer games I ever played in my life.
Yep, 4 people at a time.
And we played these shit. We would switch to paintball mode and go fucking crazy. Oh, yeah. I love that game.
You want to go with your first?
My first one takes me back to when I was a youngster playing on the Nintendo on the NES. Excite Bike.
Nice.
I loved it because I always wanted, as a kid, I always wanted a dirt bike, and
Me too.
I knew I couldn't have a dirt bike. I knew my parents would never buy me a dirt bike, so as close to getting a dirt bike I had was Excite Bike or my bicycle.
I like the track creator portion of it.
Oh, that was so much fun. I hated the overheat.
Yeah.
I hated the overheat. You could only go so long before your bike would overheat. Yep. And then it would make you go to the side and wait, wah, 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 and then go back on the track and start doing your shit.
Yep, and it really didn't matter how much of a head of steam you had on everybody else. They still still all caught up, and you died. It was like one of those, like, you're gonna lose this game. Enjoy riding the dirt bike, kid. Yeah, you done fucked up. So my first one is Mega Man 2.
Ooh, Mega Man, nice.
Well, once again, it has that game mechanic where you have to get certain shit before you can go somewhere else and do something else. For some reason, from the very beginning of my gaming, I enjoy that complexity.
Yeah.
In a game, that you can't just fucking punchy size everything and walk through it. You have to fucking develop this skill or anyway, I like it. Next.
That was never my thing, developing the skills. I mean, you'll see this when I get into my games. That was never my thing. My next one I have on the list, and these are not really in any specific order. I don't have it in a 10.
What's going on, Dub?
What's up, Dub? How's it going, buddy? My next one will be Super Mario Brothers 3 because that was one of the first games where I got to play where me and my sister we almost had it turn based. You know, I would be Mario, she'd be Luigi, she'd be Mario, I'd be Luigi, and we'd take turns and we'd figure it out and we'd point out on the map. I think when we talked about the games that made us, this was one of those games that made us for me. But I truly loved playing Super Mario Brothers 3, and it has that connection to my sister, and I really, really, truly loved. I can never say I beat the game by playing every level because I always went to the ones where you could skip the worlds and play the flute or whatever, and you would go to another place. But that was always my jam, Super Mario Brothers 3.
My next one is Super Mario World. The Super Nintendo really opened up Mario and the shit that you could do, and you know, the large scale collection of levels, and each set of levels really having their own kind of theme. I mean, Mario 3 did have that.
Yeah.
But there was a much higher contrast in between the different zones.
Right.
And you got the Shadow Zone with the ghosts and the castles and
yeah,
just cool shit.
Yep. I enjoyed the shit out of the game. That initially was on my top 10. I had to squeak it out by picking other ones. That was originally on my list. You want to read another Patreon's list?
Next, let's do Dragon Buddies or Draffin Buddies.
Inside joke if you haven't been here.
He's got GoldenEye, Resident Evil, Mario Kart, Medal of Honor, and Knights of the Old Republic.
I can see how they're married.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, these two people seem to belong together.
Right, exactly.
The family that plays Mario Kart together stays together. That's what I always say.
Hell yeah, it does.
And GoldenEye, for that matter.
But GoldenEye's so good.
If somebody can snipe you from across the other corner of the screen and you're good with it, you should sleep with that girl.
I wonder if they have the rule, though, no odd jobs.
No odd jobs. Hand jobs, yes. Odd jobs, no.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, Dragon Buddy.
Hashtag odd jobs, no. You want to go next?
Yeah, the next one I have on my list is GTA 5. I bought that with my for my Xbox 360 and was able to get the thing where you got it digitally on your Xbox One, or if you went from PS4 to PS5, you got to keep the copy.
Yeah.
And that was the first game in a long time where I was like, I gotta beat it. I gotta find out how this story ends. And I played that game all the way through. And I can't tell you the last time I had played a game all the way through like that.
Yeah. Typing.
Yeah. No, typing indeed. But yeah, GTA 5, I know it's the newest and greatest, but it's been out since 2012, and I've enjoyed the shit out of it.
Well, you're getting that brand new fucking expansion, too. Did you ever get to watch the trailer for that?
Yeah, but I don't know if I found the right trailer on it.
Oh, okay.
I did look it up, but yeah. Continue.
Jen says she got over the fear of sharks through GTA 5. I'm not sure that you've ever played this one, but my next one is Dark Cloud.
Sounds familiar. I'm thinking Perfect Dark.
It was an RPG, very cartoony. And it was a bit of a dungeon crawler, and then it had this mechanic where you got to take things that you found and use them to build a village and repopulate a town, and then you went somewhere else and did it again. I don't remember what had happened, but some kind of thing had came and imprisoned all of these towns and taken all the elements and scattered them. It was a whole thing. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Never played it.
Very pretty. If I remember, like, for the time, it was very pretty.
Right. Next on my list, I have NFL Blitz. Specifically, the one in the arcade.
Yep.
I enjoyed the shit out of playing NFL. It was one of the last games I played in the arcade that remember playing an arcade because, I mean, let's just face it, arcades really aren't a thing. They're more of an attraction now. They were a staple of our childhood growing up.
Sure.
But NFL Blitz. I'm just trying to move her along, bud. We got.
This is what Dark Cloud looked like.
Oh,
Zelda: Link to the Past is my next one. That was like Zelda. Your Zelda map, but they tilted it a little bit, gave it a little bit more of a 3-dimensional feel. And then
how new was that one?
That was the one on the SNES.
Okay.
So it's the one where there was the whole light world,
right,
and then there was the dark world, which was the negative version of the light world.
Right.
And sometimes you had to go through the light world so far, go into the dark world, go over here, back into the light world to get where you were going. Like just a plethora of puzzles.
Right. Which a lot of those games were.
Yeah, Zelda definitely, that was its thing.
Go ahead, get yours, and then we'll get another Patreon.
That was me.
Oh, my bad. My next one would be the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the hours I played this game on the different levels, just trying to do a specific trick or a specific line of trick, and thinking I had it and crashing and not having it. Doing it again, getting the most points I ever had, and being like, I can do better than that.
Yep, and then by the time all was said and done with, you started to get all the little cheats, and then you could keep fucking trick strings alive
just
for like ever.
Forever. Oh,
Except
I love
for that
game.
one fucking downhill level was a motherfucker. And you, like, there was stuff where you had to, like, get going this way and almost be all the way off the screen to catch a rail that slid across the other. Fuck.
Was that on the first one?
Yes.
On the downhill map. I keep, for whatever reason, I'm thinking that was on the second one.
Mm-mm. It was definitely on the first one, and I remember I eventually mastered it, but that was one of the hardest ones. And
I remember that board. I'm just, for some reason, thinking it was on the second Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Another great thing about that was clear at the end when you unlocked everything. You unlocked that skate park in California, the one that's under the highway,
and I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of that park, but it was such a cool park to ride in. And then in Pro Skater 3, they brought that back as a level you could unlock too.
Yeah. I loved it how they just all the special characters that you could unlock, and it was just that was dope.
Absolutely. My next one is Final Fantasy 11. This was the first MMORPG that I really fell in love with. I don't know. Have you ever played any of those games like WoW and EverQuest and?
I drew him. I love the art, man. I could draw the shit out of that stuff.
I love those MMORPGs. Something about existing in a world where everybody else is existing and having to do things with them and shit like that. It's super fucking entertaining to me. The only problem with it is I was married when I played it the first time, and it was such a time suck. And you would make plans to do stuff with people in the game, and then your wife would find out that you weren't available to do something she wanted to do. Bro.
Dude.
MMORPGs are not really for married people. I've just recently, the last couple of months, started playing it again, but they have modified the game so fucking much that you don't need other people to play.
Right.
So, like, when she found out I was playing it again, she's like, really, dude, what the fuck? And then the first couple of times she was like, hey, can we go into town? I'd be like, yep, let's go.
Let's go now.
And then she was like, oh, okay.
Times have changed.
Times is changing. You want to do the next Patreon?
Here we go.
Old Man Johnson.
Old Man Johnson. He has NBA 2K19, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, NBA 2K17, Call of Duty Black Ops, and NCAA Football 14. I think that was the last college football they made.
Oh, yeah.
14.
That sounds about right. About when they started getting into players' rights. And
I like your list, Ron. I like your list. Me and Ron got similar taste.
There's really nothing on Ron's list that
does it for you.
Does it for me at all.
Fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Yep. Not at all.
Yeah, me and Ron we play a lot of games. Me and Ron Johnson play a lot of games together.
Is that what you guys are calling it now?
No, the sexy games we call something different, but that's not for on air talk.
Yep. You want to lead into your next big game there, champ?
Yeah. Matter of fact, would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Oh my God! Me and Ron got like the same game. That's so crazy. Pew pew pew. No, I really enjoyed this playing because I played this. It was when I first got an Xbox because I had a PlayStation. I first got an Xbox. I started playing with Coleman, Shanklin, and Kendrick, and we all started playing this game online together. And I was enthralled with that. We were working second shift. We'd get out of work. We would play that game like Monday through Sunday. We played that game like every night.
I remember like y'all fucking leaving work early because you were gonna go get some Jaeger.
That was on Thursday nights. That was Jaeger night.
Yeah, and play fucking Call of Duty.
We would go get a half gallon of Jaeger, play Call of Duty, and get smashed.
Right. And then you would stumble back to your apartment.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Good times.
Good times. My next game is Skyrim. If you're...
Oh, yeah.
You know, Skyrim was the first game that I played that was like a MMORPG, but without other people.
Yeah.
You know, it was that big. The world was that dense. It didn't matter what nook or cranny you crawled into. You found some other shit that you didn't know was there. And it had that huge looter mechanic where you would go into somewhere and you would have to leave because your fucking pockets were so full. You'd have to go sell everything, come back. You know, like, I don't know why I'm a sucker for that, but if there's enough of that, I will play a game 100 fucking hours.
Right.
But in the absence of that, I will power through a game. I would just be like, yep, that was cool. Let's move it on.
Yeah.
Moving on. But if it's got enough of that, collect all the resources, build a new thing. Like a new gun or a new weapon or
village or something.
Or
yeah.
New armor. Fuck, I'm all over that. Ouch. Oh, I am a God of War fan, Eric. After that last God of War game, I'm a sucker.
Although I do remember going to Dub's apartment before he got married to Effie, and I remember watching him play God of War a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was definitely Dub's game.
I'm real close to going back and playing God of War 3 remastered. Eric told me that it's got some issues compared to this last God of War game. Because this last God of War game was, it was, you know, if video games were a dog show, God of War was like up for best in show.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I remember at the comic book store, they always were playing that game. When I was going in there for a time, they were playing the shit out of that game.
That game plays so smooth. The mechanics become so intuitive. You just get into the flow of things, and he just gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and fucking next thing you know, you're killing shit that's fucking 50 stories tall.
Right.
And you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I can kill that thing.
Well, I remember some of the stuff that Dub showed me on the one for PS. Oh, Dub, you'd have to let me know. I can't remember which one it was he was playing. But...
Probably PS3 if it was before he was married to Effie.
Yeah, so... But I remember the shit he was showing me. I'm just, because I can do that. I can watch somebody play a video game and I can be like, this is awesome.
Right.
Don't let me touch the controller. You know what I mean? Like, I can enjoy the shit out of somebody playing it. But it was a cool ass game. From the times I've seen it, it's pretty dope.
Definitely.
All right.
I think you're next, buddy.
All right, man. My next game I have is NHL 95 because me and my sister played this game and we created every friend, every family member that we had, and we went ham sandwich and just destroying other teams, playing with all our friends, and having, you'd have 3 lineups and a goalie and
Right.
a substitute goalie because our goalie be doing so good. And we had Grandpa in there, and Grandpa's number was his age, so he was the biggest number on the team.
Nice. This was when you guys were up in Alaska?
No, this was just before we moved to Alaska. This was on the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
So the 3-button controller, and we had 2 controllers, and we could play at the same time.
I used to play that over at my buddy Jason's house.
I love that game, dude. You'd go, somebody wasn't paying attention, and you'd check them, and they just bloop, and then just be sitting there squirming on the ice.
Yep.
Oh, that was the best, man. I love that game.
I don't have a lot of fondness for the Sega Genesis. Like, I have a little nostalgia for playing it, but I never had one.
Oh, you didn't have one? See, I didn't have. Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Me and my sister picked Sega Genesis.
See, I had about 3 friends probably that had a Sega Genesis, so I played it quite a bit.
Right.
But they weren't my favorite properties.
No, mine neither. But I didn't know that when it was like, hey, your parents were like, what do you want? And at the time, remember, Sonic was at like every kiosk and every Sears and shit like that. And it was like, we want a Sega Genesis,
Sonic was the shit. And I wonder if, without Sonic, if Sega Genesis becomes...
Altered Beast on Sega Genesis. I remember that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you had to sell the Genesis on the backs of Altered Beast and Kid Chameleon, that was the Sega Master System, wasn't it? What was there was another one like Altered Beast.
Golden Axe?
Golden Axe.
Fucking Golden Axe was sweet too.
Great games, but you couldn't they lacked the charisma of, say, Mario.
Right.
Yeah. Or you know what I mean? Or Sonic's. Like Sonic as a cartoon, just as the figure itself made kids go, well, I'm interested in whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, like, same thing with you look at Nintendo. If Samus from Metroid was the flagship character, they would have ran into a roadblock. Because the people who love Metroid fucking love Metroid. But the people who love Mario love almost everything Nintendo.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, I think if Golden Axe was the game, people would just be like, well, there's a short guy with an axe. Seems cool.
Right.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
There was another game, started with a G, that I used to love playing on Genesis. Gauntlet?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
That game was fucking dope. I remember playing the shit out of that.
I remember the name, I just don't remember the game. But let's move, brother.
Let's move. My next game is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Ooh, I got the 1, you got the 2. I'm down with it.
I knew this game back, front, inside out. I had a skateboard that was one of the skateboards in the game that I bought just because it was in the game.
Nice. Never touched a street, did it?
Oh no, I skated the fuck out of it. I broke it.
Nice.
It was the first Tony Hawk Pterodactyl deck I ever owned. It was fucking sweet.
That's sweet, man. We gotta talk more about skateboarding another time.
It had everything from double kicktail boards to the old shark decks.
Yeah.
It had all kinds of fucking kick-ass music.
Oh my god, yes.
Like the entire soundtrack of that, like to this day you could put it in and I'd be like, yep.
Yeah, we can rock out to this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because it had everything at that time too.
Yeah. Everything that was hot was in that game.
Fuck yeah.
All the skaters that were hot were in that game.
Yes, they were. Hell yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's get into Jen's top 5, which you did Ron's, right?
I'm just trying to help you because you're getting these mixed up.
That's because my list is on the front.
Oh.
Jen's top 5 is Zelda, Final Fantasy VII, Neverwinter Nights, Witcher 3, and Dragon Quest 11. I have never played Dragon Quest 11. I've played some of the previous games, but I never played 11. I will have to say that Witcher 3 is an amazing fucking game.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people.
But I've also heard very recently from a couple of people whose gaming expertise I trust, that this Ghost of Tsushima game rivals it and may surpass it in quality.
Dude, that Ghost of Sushi, the Ghost of Sushi game is killing it. From everything I've heard, that game is the game.
I am about 35, 40 minutes into it, and I'm so impressed that it's staggering. It's staggering.
Yeah.
It's like if did you ever play Breath of the Wild?
Nope.
Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Nope.
Absolutely amazing game on the Switch. I highly recommend it. If you took that game and matched it up with the best of the Assassin's Creed game mechanics, you have something similar to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, no. Wow.
And it is fucking gorgeous.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
So, your 7th pick there, champ?
Champ. 7th?
Yeah, it'd be the seventh one on your list.
Okay.
Okay.
SimCity.
Yes.
I loved SimCity. SimCity was another one of those games that I got to play in school.
Mm-hmm.
When we would go to the library, there was a few of the computers that had SimCity on it, and I would beeline and go play SimCity.
Yep.
Had SimCity at home on the computer, and I just loved creating and building cities.
Yep.
I mean, it was just naming them, making a sports franchise.
Now you're talking about the first one?
SimCity 2000.
2000. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I played SimCity.
Yeah.
SimCity 2000 on the NES.
Okay, I played this on PC.
Right. Now, I remember playing the first SimCity game on PC, and I would switch back and forth between that and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Oh my God, yeah, that's honorable mention and a half, brother.
I would play that.
Yes, dude.
Extensively.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I completely forgot about Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Yes. Glad you're enjoying the topic, but Dub. Shut up. Asshole.
That brought me too much joy. All right, my next game is Fallout 4. Not really your cup of tea. You said you played it though, right?
No, I've watched my boy play it.
Okay. This is the first big sandbox game that I fell in love with. You know, that open world, pick the adventure however the fuck you want to, looter shooter. Like, if there was ever a game that was made for a gamer like me, it's Fallout 4. It's a constant collection of all kinds of things, upgrading weapons, selling shit, buying shit,
right,
blah, blah, blase splee. Oh, I just found a new place to explore that I didn't even know was on the fucking map, and I walked by it 82 times. Like, I love that shit.
Dub is asking if anybody knows about a game called Intelligent Cube.
IntelliCube?
It was on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I think it was called IntelliCube.
I don't know nothing.
But
I don't know.
I think I do remember that. Did that involve like rolling a cube around? I'm gonna look it up while Brady talks about his next game.
My next game is GTA Vice City, because I was deployed, my first deployment, and we had a PlayStation. We had I think there was Xbox. I mean, we had a little bit of everything, but we played on PlayStation. We played GTA Vice City, and we played it to the point of beating the game.
Right.
And at that time, I really wasn't into games that awful much.
Uh-huh.
But I remember sitting there out at night. We would have a no-fly night because it would be a full moon, so we couldn't fly. So we would sit there and we would play GTA Vice City for hours on end, dude. Like, normally we would be at work, but no. Today's work consisted of beating GTA Vice City and all the shit. I love GTA Vice City. That game was so amazing.
All right, Dub, I just looked it up. I totally remember playing Intelligent Cube, and you're right, it was Intelligent Cube. I remember it being super fucking fun. You were like flopping blocks over and all kinds of shit. There was just tons of shit about it. It was fucking. I remember it being a hard game. I remember often finding out that I was not intelligent. But you know what? That game was out real close to the same time that Gauntlet was out, because I remember playing them interchangeably. In fact, I remember one time being at a party at the Holiday Inn with some friends of mine, and them having a couple of systems.
I was just laughing because that's what we did back in the day.
I know, right?
You went to a party and there'd be somebody who brought their gaming shit and hooked it up to the fucking hotel TV.
And you would be fucking playing till fucking 4 in the morning.
Drinking or doing other things, just getting blasted.
Yep. You were right. It was a PlayStation 1 game, Eric.
It was PS1?
Yeah.
Because they were talking about that in the chat.
My next game was the Metroid Prime. Specifically, like the entire series. That was all on the GameCube. Well, it wasn't all on the GameCube. I take that back. It was on GameCube, and then it was on Wii.
Little girl said, "Holy crap, Gauntlet should have been in my top 5."
I'm telling you, Gauntlet was the game. It was the fucking game. We played hours of Gauntlet. Dungeon crawling all over the fucking place.
Right.
Metroid Prime is another one of those games where, you know, you got to have the stuff from here and do it over there, except now it's 3-dimensional. Have you ever played that game?
No, not
it's
Metroid Prime.
Fucking amazing. In fact, if they would come out with those games on the Switch, I would probably buy all 3 of them.
Nice.
I mean, I would probably give them $120 to relive those games, and they've already sold them to me once.
Hell yeah!
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good game though, right there. All right,
we got to do.
And then it's our last.
How many do you have left? You have 2 more.
But I don't think that's right. I have 1 more.
Just 1 more. Okay.
I could have had a. But go ahead.
You could have had a V8?
Yeah.
Why don't you read Richie? Oh, Jess. Do Jess. I just did Jen. We'll do Jess now.
All right.
It's a couples thing.
Chrono Trigger, Super Street Fighter 2. Ooh, neither of us has said a Street Fighter game. That's kind of surprising. Modded Skyrim.
Ooh.
Dragon Quest, which one depends on his mood.
Fair enough.
And Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Awesome fucking collection there.
Oh, and then he said, Ghost of Tsushima may overtake one of those if it remains as good as it has been so far. That's a caveat to his 5 games.
Jess wants to change Castlevania to Bloodstained Ritual
Hold
of the
on,
Night.
I gotta say this because I wanted to make sure you went through your list. Eric Williams said we can talk about people's top 5 video games without mentioning Contra for NES.
No.
And I wanted to say Contra. That would have been one of my honorable mentions.
I wanted to
because that was one of the games that I would spend the night at a friend's house and we would play Contra. Because you could do the cheat code.
What was the name of the code? Is it the Kojima code?
Yeah, the Kojima code.
Okay.
No, the Konami code.
No.
The Konami code.
Is it? Konami code?
Right.
Okay. That should have at least been in honorable mentions.
It should have been mine, and I wanted to say it earlier. I was thinking of it, but I didn't know if that was going to be on your list, so I didn't want to say it. But I agree with Dub. That's definitely an honorable mention.
And then right behind that game, I would have to say Ikari Warriors.
I never got into that.
It's essentially Contra, but top-down.
Another game I could have gotten in a top, honorable mention and I didn't was Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung Fu. I play a lot of
Kung
that.
Fu, I played the shit. Fight! I played the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah.
Look at they're all hitting the code.
Oh yeah, they're all
chat.
fucking typing the code out. I love it.
All right, is it my last one? Because I didn't get into it.
No, we still got to do Richie and Scott.
All right, you want to do Richie's?
Yep. Richie, Super Mario Brothers, the regular Mario Brothers, he says. Donkey Kong, Mylan's Secret Castle. That is deep cuts.
Milton.
Well, it's Mylan.
Oh, Mylan.
I think he got auto corrected.
I got you.
Mylan's Secret Castle is deep fucking cuts. If you've ever played that,
I never played that.
that is like.
I'm surprised Richie's coming with the deep cut.
What is the term for that? Tower quest games, where you start out at the bottom and you gotta fucking climb the tower, and then you gotta go over here, then you gotta climb another fucking thing. That was like Kid Icarus is a lot like that.
Oh, yeah, Kid Icarus!
Yep.
Holy shit!
Dub brought up Kid Icarus way earlier too.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that in the chat.
And then this is another one that you're gonna kick yourself for not fucking bringing up. Tecmo Bowl.
Be Bo Jackson, bitch.
I'm telling you, Tecmo Bowl, dude, for
Tecmo
real.
Bowl was the best football game
ever. All you had was one fucking move.
That was the best, dude. I used to play the shit out of it.
Absolutely.
It was none of the real teams, but they would just use their city names.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I love that, dude.
Yes, and nothing but stiff arm. Bah,
and be Bo Jackson and just run behind everybody and then run for the touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that was the best.
You want to read Scott's?
All right. Scott says, asteroids for Atari.
He specifically said, and I cut it out because I figured I'd read Scott's, but that's not how it worked out. He specifically said that he wanted to really bring up his old school roots, the stuff that got him started playing games.
Hey, good. Cool. So he's got asteroids for Atari, Zaxxon for arcade, Pitfall for Atari 2600, Super Mario Brothers for the arcade, and Gran Turismo for PS1. I like it.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's a broad list, and I'm down with it. Good job, Scott. Nice, buddy.
And then the last one we have for our Patreon supporters, and once again, thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank every one of you for doing it.
Yeah, we're throwing you guys a nod, but really we're applauding your guys' support.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so happy that you guys are being a part of what we're doing.
Every one of our patrons did this.
Yeah,
you did something.
Oh, yep, I done fucked up, AA Ron.
So every one of our patrons helped out in this, so we appreciate and thank every one of you. Thank you very much.
Big Swede says that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the whole series, and it clarifies on the Xbox.
I like Swede. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's my doppelganger. GTA 5 series,
right?
Or the GTA series. I'm sorry, on the Xbox. Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, and he made sure to let you know PlayStation.
PlayStation. It's the only place you could find it, but still.
Saying.
I don't understand why those games are PlayStation exclusive games.
Money.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
Those really should be all around, and they started off with Nintendo. So why did they become PlayStation exclusives? I don't know. Castlevania Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, awesome fucking game.
Not me.
Oh, awesome fucking game. I brought up Castlevania, but like I probably have more hours into Simon's Quest.
No shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's surprising.
And then Yar's Revenge on Atari, which I must have played that game 100 fucking hours. I'm not good at that.
I don't know the game. So.
You don't remember Yar's Revenge?
No.
I guarantee you, if I bring it up,
if you brought it up, probably, but
I'll pull up a couple of pictures. You read us your last and final.
My last and final takes me all the way back to being a little kid. Dub tried to beat me to the punch on this one, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, where you could play as all four of the turtles, you and your buddies, and just go to town.
Do you remember that shit?
No.
No? All right. Well, Yar's Revenge really fucking must escape you.
Yep, it happens. I'm a sports guy, though. I mean, you could tell from my... So I might not have been into the...
You were like this ship, and you were trying to destroy this barrier, but there was this interference field in between.
I think I remember that vaguely.
Yeah, I just fucking hours and hours until the cartridges would get hot, and then they'd start fucking up. Do you remember that about Ataris?
No,
like if you played them long enough, the cartridges would start getting hot, and then the little silicon boards would start to fucking warp a little bit, and their contacts would get fucked up.
No.
Yeah, and then you'd have to play something else for a while. It was a real fucking problem.
So
it's not like they had cooling fans.
No, not like today's electronics.
Mm-mm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. I would always be Michelangelo.
Why?
Michelangelo's my guy, dude. He's a party dude. Pizza, partying, that was my guy, man.
Well, yeah.
And the nunchucks.
Okay.
Nunchucks were cool.
All right. See, I was when I played that game, I liked to be Donatello.
See, he would be my second.
Because
Donatello would be my second guy.
The bow staff was the fucking
The bow
weapon.
staff. Oh yeah, it was a weapon, but
you had the reach, and they kind of made the bow staff too fast, so you could get just as much done with the bow staff as you could the katanas or the fucking nunchucks.
Or the size.
The size were.
I never liked being Raphael.
The distance was wrong on the size.
Yeah, and he held them weird and do his thing.
Absolutely. Awesome fucking game.
But I love playing that. Like they made it for Nintendo, but there was nothing like playing it in the arcade.
The second one, what was the Secret of the Ooze or?
I don't remember. There was a Nintendo one they made. It was shit. I hated it.
No, the second cabinet game.
Right.
Took the screen and tilted it more on a third dimension.
I don't remember.
And you had like Rocksteady and Bebop would come up in that big fucking drill and pop out.
Oh yeah, I remember. I don't remember what it was called. I remember what you're talking about, but
that game was dope as shit too.
Yeah, but I still like the first one, man. First one, nothing beats the first one. And just because that was the kind of game you can go in an arcade game and like, all right, 4 people are playing this. All right, this kid just ran out of quarters. He's not the guy you wanted, but you would just jump in, you throw your quarters in there, and you just start going and try to go with people as long as you could.
Yep, absolutely.
I love that game.
My last and final game, and it's already been mentioned by a lot of our supporters, Final Fantasy VII.
I figured that was on there.
One of the best RPG games ever made. As far as content, the battle system, the weapons upgrade and armor upgrade system, the materia, which you didn't play it, right?
No.
Okay, so
I've seen people play it though.
All of your weapons have, based on whatever the weapon is, it has a number of slots that you could put stones in it that had some kind of property, whether or not that property would be something that would sap energy from something else, or it would make it a fire weapon, or whatever. You could do all these different fucking things with all your weapons and armor. So they would have all of their own stats, but then you could make them a little bit yours.
Right.
So you could, if you wanted to, you could align your entire character to be fire damage heavy or water damage resistant, or, you know, whatever it is that you were getting ready to fucking get into. Or, you know, if you were just working on grinding your character, you would put things on it that would make you get extra experience, or be damage resistant, so you could get through more fights without healing, or, you know, just all kinds of the customization of that game was insane for the time.
Jen said, or you could summon a badass to do a thing.
Fuck yes. The summons in that game were awesome, but not only that, the cinematics that they had built into that game, it's one of the first games that had these great big cinematic clips that when you say, like she says, you summoned Ifrit, which is like a fire god, a cinematic would would start to happen, and he'd drop out of the sky, and he'd be grabbing fucking meteors out of the sky that are on fire and throwing them at the people.
That's cool.
Like,
yeah,
it made the game feel huge.
I used to draw a lot of stuff from these games, from the Game Informer and stuff like that.
Right.
I just never played these games because they always, my imagination did more than the game could, in my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. For being that age, it always looked cool, but I never played the game.
Well, it requires, a game like that requires you to dump a huge amount of focus on. And I know that's not your favorite thing.
No.
You go, well, that's enough of that thing. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Games like that don't lend well to that kind of mentality. Chris says Medal of Honor and Knights of the Old Republic. He brought up Knights of the Old Republic in his favorite games. I don't think I played that one. I played the Old Republic on the computer, but not Knights of the Old Republic, which is the game that you downloaded on accident when you're trying to get the Old Republic.
And that was tough for me. I struggle bust with that because it was a focus game and I can't focus.
Oh, well, I can't help you with that.
Nobody can.
Well, that is our list.
Yes.
Oh, well, there you have it.
That's our list.
That's our list.
That's all we got.
Yes.
Yes, that's all we got.
Well, this is my friend Brady Cosine.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just cosign on shit.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. The chat has been fantastic tonight.
Oh, yeah. Great time tonight in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Oh, fucking Dub bringing up games like Smuggler's Run. Did you ever play that?
Smuggler's Run was awesome,
I'm telling you. And we didn't bring up Twisted Metal.
No, there's tons of shit. It's easier said than done to make these lists, man.
Do you remember Army Men on PlayStation?
Yes,
dude. With the little fucking green dudes.
That one, I played that one. I played the South Park one.
Yep.
That was fun.
What about Micro Machines? Do you remember that?
Nope.
It was like Mario Kart, but on like a pool table, going around fucking cue balls and shit.
You remember Iron Stewart's Off-Road?
Yes.
That game
Off-Road, I remember.
That was so bad. He hit the nitro buttons.
Yep.
Oh, I love that shit,
I played the fuck out of that.
Who didn't play that, man? That was like a staple, like bowling alleys and shit like, oh my God. I was thinking of the one game that I used to play at bowling alleys too, was the bowling game, but I don't remember what it was called, and you would hit the ball.
Oh,
roll the ball.
Yeah.
They had that in Golden Tee, the golf one.
Yep. Made by the same people.
Yeah, those were so much fun.
Yep.
So much fun.
We didn't bring up OG shit like Pac-Man.
No, there's tons
or Galaga.
Donkey Kong.
Fucking Donkey Kong.
That was another bowling alley game for me.
Or when it came out for the SNES at Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, dude.
I fucking hours and hours.
Yeah,
and hours
man.
and hours. Or do you remember the original golf game on Nintendo?
Tiger Woods, y'all?
No. It was just golf. It was called Golf. And it was just like, you were this fake Nintendo player, and I can't tell you how fucking many hours I played that fucking game. Or Duck Hunt. We didn't talk about Duck Hunt.
No, and I was going to bring up Duck Hunt for honorable mention.
Now, Dub brought up Hogan's Alley, which was like Duck Hunt with mobsters.
Never did that one.
That was out about the same time the original Zelda game came out, and it was a light gun game.
Metal Gear Solid.
I
love the first one. It got weird as shit, but that game was fun as hell.
Shadows of the Empire, Nintendo 64.
You want to end the show because we're looking like a bunch of fools.
I got one more Nintendo 64 one, and this one kind of hurts. Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Oh, I used to get blazed and play that game for hours.
So was Perfect Dark.
Yes.
Perfect Dark was a good 64 game too, man.
Yep.
Like,
wasn't Shadows of the Empire the first time we were exposed to Dash Rendar?
Yep.
There it is, folks.
Hell yeah. I know Eric's like that. That's why I can't come up with...
The chat is blowing up.
Yep.
Yes, Mario was the golfer in Nintendo Golf. Did you ever play Coleco?
Yes.
We used to have a ColecoVision, and you played the little fucking. You had the little turning knob. and the
NFL
button.
Street. I played that, Richie. Hell yeah, NFL Street was the shit.
Did you ever play the baseball game on Coleco, where you had the special controller with the little, joystick on the top, and it had the different buttons. You could switch up the pitch and then pitch.
No.
Oh, dude. Absolutely.
Star Fox. I played it. Talk about getting
hours
blazed
and
playing
hours
of a
yes,
game.
Yes, absolutely.
And not getting anywhere.
Yeah. Scott had a Coleco. Coleco was the shit.
Hell yeah.
The Coleco had a rollerball, so you could play games like Centipede, and you could roll it around. I'm telling you.
They were ahead of their time. Man.
They were doing things, and we didn't get to watch it. The FX chip, for sure. I'm telling you, there is a whole world of video games underneath the whole world of video games.
You remember Rumble Packs on the Nintendo 64?
Yes.
To make your controller shake?
You had to buy the extra and put the batteries in it.
Yeah.
And it made your shit go. And all it did was one thing.
All right, man. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think we should, because I think that
we'll keep going if the chat allows it.
We can do this fucking reminiscing thing forever. We had.
Girl said Smurfs.
Oh, dude, I played that smucking first game. Went over to Horror Island. It was amazing.
Did the walk of shame?
Yeah, with the redheaded Smurf.
A B. The Game Shark. I remember the game. You remember the game Genie?
Yes.
Yes,
dude. You could cheat at anything.
Yeah. Now you got to pay to cheat.
Yeah.
That's
pay
bullshit.
To play bullshit.
Well, you kind of had to back then, but it didn't cost an arm.
Yeah, it was $60 and you were done.
You were done cheating.
You get on the internet, the baby internet.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what are the cheat codes for X game? And there'd be like 87 of them. It would take you an hour and a half to put in 4. And then you would be like, well, I got unlimited money now.
So I can do anything
I can do whatever I want.
Hell yeah.
I just broke the game.
Yep.
Why did I do this?
It's funner that way.
But they didn't have Baby Yoda.
Ooh.
Anyway.
So realistic.
We're going to go. We've been here long enough.
Yeah. You want to wrap this up?
Let's wrap this up.
All right, buddy.
Everybody, be sure that you like this video. This video.
This video.
On the YouTubes. Give us a 5-star review if you're so inclined, but we'll take any kind of review.
We'll take any kind of star. 4, 5, 3, 2, none. Baby Yoda. And we'll read your review live on air.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
if you trash us, we don't
even
care.
if it's a shit review.
Yeah, even if you trash us. But no, if you trash us, we're gonna rip apart your shit.
Speaking of which, when was the last time you checked our reviews?
Last week, and I actually checked it yesterday.
Still no reviews.
Isaac is the last person to give us a review.
Isaac is the shit.
Yes, thank you, Isaac.
It really helps people find us when you guys leave reviews, even if they're not fantastic. The more reviews that we get, the more the our names aggregate to the top of the list. Subscribe and download on your favorite podcasting app at the ATSW, the Escape Pod.
Check us out and all of our pod family, like All Things Star Wars, Use and Abuse, Layman's Terms, Tactical Swede, Big Swede's Excellent Adventure, and the Podbelly Network shows like Sofa Kings and Geekly Distractions. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the Force be with you.
And go blue.
Go blue.
I got piss. Let's go.
Oh, he's got to piss.